Yo, Todd here, Center Valley Customs. Welcome back if you're back. Welcome if you're not. If you are back, well, I've been gone for a while. If you're not back, and this is the first time you've ever seen one of my videos, I've been gone for a while. I have been extremely busy at my day job, which pays all my bills, not YouTube. However, what else is back is my 85 Buick LeSabre Estate, let me say it again, Estate Wagon. This is like the luxury mobile. Estate sounds pretty luxurious, but unfortunately this is not luxurious. It's actually a big pile of shit. Regardless, I picked this up year, 2 years ago, I don't even know, from a kid that was selling it so that he could buy a tractor to get to and from work. Apparently, Wisconsin decided he did not need to be driving any sort of motor vehicle. Now in Wisconsin, you know, we're a big old farm state. I'm pretty sure it's legal to drive a tractor at any age. I can't make this up. I don't know. I picked this up. I did some things to it. A tree fell on it in this area here, smashed the window, smashed up the roof. I, at one point on YouTube, fixed the roof. Not good, not great, but it's at least kind of sort of Bondo ready, sand it, paint it, whatever. I had to run all brand new fuel lines because the fuel lines were all rotted out. There was actually a gas can in the back seat. That's what he was using to drive this thing around. And what else did I do? Oh, I forgot. Let's just say she might get down. Yeah, I love it. My employee Ryan found this thing for me on the marketplace, and I was like, dude, I love wagons. I've been looking for a wagon. I want a wagon. Apparently this was the wagon. It is currently painted two different colors. Farm tractor gray on this side and the original gold on this side. I really wish that he would not have painted this damn thing, but it is what it is. I mean, it was $800-900. Can't really complain too much. So today in this video, I cannot find fenders for Buick LeSabre Estate Wagon anywhere. I found one. They wanted like $600 for it on eBay plus shipping. I am not sinking that kind of money, at least for a fender, into this thing. So today, the plan, or this video I should say, today we're not going to get anywhere, is to pull this fender off and to fix this portion. I already have a different hood that I got from the junkyard, so I'm not worried about the hood. We're going to take that off, throw that in scrap. Got a different one. The other side fender has a dinger in it. We'll try to pull that out somehow one way or another. But that's kind of the plan. Before we get to pulling this fender off and pulling and beating and banging and hammering and doing whatever I think we're going to do to get these dents out and make it look okay. Not going to happen. I have one real quick question for you, and I need people to vote on this. I need people to comment. Please tell me what I should do because I am stuck between a rock and what people would call a hard place, which doesn't sound good. Anyway, this thing has a Buick 307 in it. It's an oddball engine. You can't find parts for it. You can't just pull something off a small block Chevy and throw it on here. I looked for an aluminum intake one time to throw a different carburetor on this. They wanted like $500 some for just an aluminum intake. I'm not spending that kind of money on that kind of engine just for an intake. So I want to motor swap this thing. Okay, I want something reliable, doesn't need to make stupid horsepower, just needs to get me down the road, sound kind of cool, be kind of cool, and get me from A to B. I got two options here. LS. LS would flop right in here. I have a 4L60E in the pull shed. Potentially this transmission would bolt up to it. I don't know, because sometimes they have a weird bell housing. I don't know. So LS swap, right? Easy peasy. Buy a wiring harness, throw an intake on it. Cheap, reliable, maybe re-ring it, maybe re-gasket it. That's option A. Option B. I bought a while ago and did a little will it run on a 96, 97, 98, I don't even remember the year, Camaro with a 3800 in it. Okay, I could pull that 3800 out of it, turbo it, buy a ZZ Performance cam kit, which is like $1,000. That's kind of the holdup. Is for the cam kit, just from ZZ Performance, I could probably put a whole LS in here. Okay. However, I have that 3800. I got the transmission from that car still in it. Got to pull it. But we could make a pretty badass 3800 turbo. Has to have a turbo. And the reason I personally want to go that way is because it would be like a Grand National wagon. That's the way I'm leaning as far as cool and what I want to do. However, cheaply, I would rather go with the LS. It'd be easier, it'd be cheaper. Buy parts for it anywhere, which I guess is 3,800. You can get parts for it anywhere. But that is my hold up. I don't know what I should do, so please comment. 3,800 Grand National with a turbo, or cheap, easy, reliable LS. Again, comment. I would appreciate it. Let's get into this whole mumbo jumbo bullshit that I don't want to do right now because it's late and I should just go to bed. Let's at least get the hood off of this damn thing. All right, let's get started here. Oh, no, I didn't. I need my hood prop, which I don't know what the hell I did with it. Oh, there it is. One wood, no. Two wood, tailor-made, 9.5. Graphite shaft. Typically, I like to use a steel shaft for this, but it'll do for now. There are hoses and things everywhere in here. And that's the other part of the reason I want to get this thing yanked out. Last bolt here. What the hell? What are you holding on to back there? Oh, there's a bolt inside here. How am I going to get that damn thing out of there? There's one on this side. Yep. Ouch. Well, what in the devil? Why would they put a little self-tapper there? What is that going to hold? Besides for the whole hood on. Who would put a little screw in the side of that? All right. Easy on the windshield. Not my grill. Okay, that's good. Got the hood off, got the hinges off. Now, yesterday already, I came out here and I pulled what I think is all the bolts out of this fender. So hopefully, I can just yank this thing out of here. This part might be a little tricky. That's just making this worse. If I can get underneath there and pry that out. There she goes. I got her, boys. All right. Well, it's late. I can't beat on this tonight. My wife is trying to sleep, and I am getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I had the doors open for about 15 minutes. It is hot, hot, hot. Like 160. Well, Wisconsin, that's like 90. But anyway, it's hot. I got this off. I'm relaxing for the rest of the night. See you tomorrow. Yo, good morning. I'm going to start the morning off with some bad news. I will try to keep it short and sweet, but most likely I will ramble, and I apologize for that. My little feline friend, Odin, back in March, he got what is called saddle thrombus, which is a blood clot that essentially paralyzes the back legs. Cats can make it through this, and he did. However, if they do make it through it, their life expectancy exponentially gets shorter, and it's bound to happen again. Essentially, all you can do is try to get them the right medication to try to prevent it, which is what we did. He actually had a cardiologist, and he was taking like 4 pills in the morning and then 3 pills at night to try to prevent this. Well, unfortunately, it happened again, and he's no longer with us. We had to say goodbye, which really, really, really sucks. He was my buddy. He was not like a normal cat where they just lay around on the couch all day and do nothing. I have 2 other cats that are like that. He was an indoor-outdoor cat, and pretty much anything I ever did, he was right there. He was extremely affectionate, extremely clingy, sometimes too clingy. While I'd be outside doing stuff, he'd be right at your feet while I'm in here working. A lot of times you might not see him on camera. If you do follow the channel, you've seen him before. He'll be laying somewheres or whatever. When I edit videos, he's usually right there. When I watch TV, he's right there. It's hard to go somewhere and not think of him or wonder where he is. So what I'm saying all this stuff to say is if you have a Maine Coon cat, especially a Maine Coon cat, get them a blood test. Make sure they don't have what it is. I think they call it saddle thrombus. There's like another word for it. There's an acronym, HCM, I think, for it. Whatever the case may be, get them checked out. Make sure they don't have that. It's been pretty hard. I haven't recorded in like 3 days now. This is new for me. I grew up a farmer boy. If you understand what I'm saying, is animals, pets, they come, they go. I've never been attached to an animal like this before. This is new for me. And it really, really, really sucks. Like, bad. So, I will do my best to put on an act and pretend the world is perfect and nothing's wrong. And we're going to try to get this dent beat out, which I have no clue how I'm going to do that. So, let me get myself together here, and then we're going to get busy on this thing. So, to start, I have no idea what I'm doing. Somebody that does know what they're doing, I'm sure this wouldn't be that bad, but for me, it's probably going to come out terrible. As long as it's better than how it is now, I'll be happy. Now, there's a big dent here, here, and here that go inward. There's a body line right here. I am going to try to take a chisel or something and push this body line back out, mainly here, so that when I pound this dent down and this dent down, hopefully this will crease the correct way and not want to go the other way. So that's kind of where I'm going to start. Beat this down, run the body line, whatever. I'm sure you're not going to want to hear every single hammer strike, so I'm just going to time-lapse this, and we'll see where I'm at when I bring it back. Well, I've been beating on this for a while now, and I think I got more or less the basic shape back into it, which I'm surprised I got it this far. There are a couple low spots. This top piece here should be pretty flat. It gets pretty round where I was beating on it. Also, this sharp corner here is not a sharp corner here. So I'm going to try to get in there with something to beat that nice and square, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Honestly, even at the point it is now, besides for I'm going to try to dolly some of this, hammer and dolly some of this stuff out. And this I did not do. This was already like this. But I'll try to straighten those up at a bare minimum. Honestly, I think this, even as it sits, I could probably Bondo and make this look half decent. But I'm going to hit on it for a little bit longer yet, see if I can make this any better. And then we'll probably just throw it back on the car. Call it good enough. Well, the fender is as good as I can get it, or as good as I care to get it, more or less. Can Bondo the rest. This is all bent to hell, so we got to straighten this out, which shouldn't be that bad. Hopefully I can just saw this up. Well, maybe I probably should have done it like that. Yeah. Well, that's not going like I thought it was going to. I don't know if this should all be flat or if it has... I assume this should all be flat. So, beat on this with a hammer now. I think. I'm pretty sure this should be flat. It's got a big old crease right in there. Is this gonna work? Pretty sure I should not have beat this flat. Yo, good afternoon. As I was about to put this on, Travis stopped over to check in on me and BS, which I really appreciate. I got this half-ass beat to a shape that it was before. It is not great, but I think it is Bondo-able to look. This here, I have no idea what shape this is supposed to be because the other side is also kind of smashed, so I don't really have anything to go off of. So I kind of just beat it into a shape that I think is going to work. So we're going to get this thrown on, and then, honestly, we might just call it a video because I pulled this off like last week sometime. And yeah. So let's get this put on there, see how it looks, and then we might just call it a video. I don't know. All right, this might be a little tricky because that front edge actually needs to like go behind this nose cone. So I think maybe I can whip it in like that. Should probably open that door so I can get in here. Maybe. Looks okay. My brain says I should start with these bolts back here because this is all beat to hell. But is that actually what I'm going to do? Probably not. We gotta go forward. Hey, like something like that. Holes, they don't line up at all, probably because I'm not in here. Oh, I forgot about this trim. Get in there. Hi-ya-tsa! That's supposed to go on top or behind that? I don't know. Come on now. Oh boy, we got a mess. Ouch. Okay, maybe. That doesn't look like it lines up at all. You know what, don't worry about that. Huh? Not that bad. It might, no, it's not bolted, but kind of looks okay. Whoops. I don't know what that was. Okay. This is touching that. We can bend that later. But this is not even close. Like at all. Maybe as I run bolts in here, it'll pull this inner fender closer. Maybe. I feel like I should really start with the bolts on the back side because that's not all bent to shit, and then work up here, but I'm gonna do it this way, I don't know. Oh, that was supposed to be underneath there. Shish kebab. That means this has got to come off again. And when I do that, maybe I'll pull all that way. Okay, back. All right, I got the bolts inside the door in there. Thank the Lord. Now, this whole fender has to move that away a little bit in order to get these bolts started. So I think what I'm going to try to do is stuff a punch in there and try to pry it. Something like this. Now, this is going to get tricky because the inner fender is pushed in and I need it. It's pushed out, I need it in. How though? Can I do something like this? Oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, easy. Called it too soon. Now, try that again here somehow. But where? I got an idea. Do these thread into here? Which one would be better? This one or this one? No, I don't have an idea anymore. I have an idea. Easy. That's not bad. Really isn't. Okay. I'm going to get this nose cone bolted up. Somehow I got to fish 2 bolts through there. And then I got a bunch of bolts underneath the wheel well here. And then I thought I had to crawl up underneath here somewhere. Oh yeah, right there. Which I think I lost all the clips for that. Perfect. Less bolts to put in. And my trim piece down there. Not bad. Okay, because I'm going to be underneath, I'm just going to get this all bolted up quick. And then we'll ooh-ah over it once I'm done. Because I got to be, you know, laying underneath the front, we got to jack it up. Luckily, we got them installed already. Unfortunately, the battery's pretty dead, so hopefully we got enough air to get it up. Oh, and I left the key on. So, oh, this switch down here. That's all we got. I gotta put the old charger on the battery. But that's enough for me to get under. Just gotta get skinny. Well, there she is, all put back together. And I have to say, it is a night and day difference, which is saying a lot because this fender is still wrinkled pretty bad. But it's nothing we can't throw a whole bunch of Bondo on, shape it, make it look half decent. I mean, this car is not in the best shape one bit, so this is not going to hurt it. I would rather have this wrinkled up Bondoed fender than spend $600 on another fender and then pay another $400 or whatever it would be to have it shipped. I mean, it is, I mean, it's kind of straight. It actually looks worse on camera than it does in person, especially like right here. We'll just call that lighting and pretend it's great. The inner fender actually looks really, really good. Can't even tell that was all beat up. So I am extremely happy with that. It turned out way better than I expected it to, and it's still not great, but it is what it is. Better set this girl down. Oh yeah. I have to say one thing. The remotes for this kit, air ride kit, are complete trash. This one, the button stopped working. I have to smack it across the steering wheel to get it to work. They sent me a brand new one and I installed it. It worked for like 6 button presses and it's already junk again. Well, I'm going to end this video here. It's going to be a short and sweet one. I'd love to get into that other fender. However, I know with what I have going on at work this week, if I pull it off, I am not touching that thing until the weekend. So I'm just going to quit while I'm ahead. Also, I'm going to be gone the whole month of August. So that's a whole nother reason I'd love to just get this video wrapped up and start something else. What something else is, I don't have a clue. I got a Gremlin we could try to get running. I got an F100 we could try to get running. I got a 62 Dodge something we could try to get running. My C10, apparently the fuel pump only lasts 2 years in that thing, so could replace that. I would like to put a fuel pump on it with a return so that you're not putting excess pressure and whatnot on the fuel pump. I don't know. We do need to figure out what we're going to do for a power plant in here. Like I said, we could do a 3.8 liter with a turbo, which I honestly think would be pretty sweet. If I was to do it, I'd want to put a big cam in it. I'd want it to be rowdy, I guess, kind of cool. However, it is pricey. We could go LS. LS would be cheap, easy, reliable, good horsepower. You really can't beat an LS. That's my opinion. I don't care what anybody has to say. Or, honestly, we could just leave the 307 in this thing. We'd have to put a different carb on it because it needs to be gone through. I'd like to pull all the California smog crap off of it, which means headers, I think, because it's got the tubes or whatever that go into the manifolds. So that would have to come off and at least be welded up, or find headers, which I don't even know if they make them, and if they do, they're probably ridiculously expensive, more money than I'm going to spend on them. That's kind of what we got going on. I apologize that 90% of this video is going to be listening to a ratchet and listening to my sob story about my little man, but I miss him more than words can say. He was awesome. He was my little buddy. I miss him. But it'll get better as time goes on, so they say. My wife is donating all of his medicine to a shelter, so at least he is helping other animals and families. So that's good at least, but it is what it is. If you like this content, you're coming back and watching it, please subscribe. I appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.